Well, as of Monday, you can now submit your tax returns to the IRS, but each year you can always expect some changes to the tax law. Joining us now with a breakdown is Lisa Green Lewis, a CPA and tax expert with TurboTax. Thanks so much for joining us. So tell us a little
Thank
bit
you for
about
having
the,
me.
the big tax law changes that could impact people filing this year.
Yes, there are a few key adjustments or changes for tax filers to look out for. So the first one is inflation adjustments, and those increase the most we've seen in decades, about 7%. So for the 90% of filers that can get the standard deduction, that's one of them. If you're single, it's 13,850. Married filing jointly, it's 27,700. Also, the earned income tax credit, that's one of them that was adjusted for a family with 3 kids. That's $7,430. That's a huge credit. And also, income brackets have expanded, so you can make more money, but you're taxed at a lower rate.
So, what are some things people should do to try and maximize those refunds?
Yes, one of the things you should do is just think about the moves you made last year. So things like buying a house, having a baby, if you worked a side gig, all of those can impact your taxes in a positive way. And then also gather all your documents in one place so you don't leave anything out. And then e-file with direct deposit. That's the fastest way to get your tax refund.
How do you know if you're actually getting the largest return available? You know, sometimes a lot of people use the self-serve software, and so we don't exactly know. Are there things that we should look for to really maximize that refund?
If you're using a good software, one that's been around for a while. They should walk you through without you even knowing what the tax laws are, and it should be up to date. And also, if you have the ability to connect with a tax expert, that's a plus because they could review your return or file for you, like with TurboTax.
So, are there any new tax trends you're seeing as people continue to file this week?
Yes, we issued a tax trend report the end of last year, and one of the interesting findings that we saw and we continue to see is like the increase in people being self-employed or working side gigs. And we saw that by an indication of tax filers who had forms that report self-employed income. And we saw an increase from 6.7% to 8.1%.
Wow, that is a big difference. Well, thank you so much for joining us and breaking that all down. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.